So this is our DeWALT D36000 wet table saw, and we've now been using this for over a year, so we can safely say we are ready and fit to do an actual full review on this piece of kit. I've had it a year, I absolutely love it, and I'm going to tell you exactly why I love it now. So we're going to go around, we've been setting up first of all. Most crucial part, once you've cleaned down and filled your sump up with water, which we'll show you, you want to make sure your table saw is absolutely bang on level. Left to right, bang on. This helps when you're cutting the tiles, that the pressure's even on the tiles, so there's no cracking and uneven. And when you do your pressure points, that tile just doesn't explode on you. So then what we're going to do, once we've done that, we've leveled up, we're ready to go. We check with the transformer that he's on and the fuse is all ready to roll. And then we're ready for cutting. Table saw's going ready. And we are going to be cutting with this saw 20mm porcelain. We've been cutting 20mm porcelain now, like I said, for the whole year and not have one single problem, which is why for me, on this type of product like this, I can safely say, hands down the best table saw I've used by a country mile. But I really want to put it to the test today and show you with all of these cuts what we're going to do and how good this saw really is. This is the standard blade that come with the factory machine straight from box. But not only does it come straight out of the box, it's lasted all year. We did think we'd have to change this, and so far we haven't had one chip, one dent, not a single problem on any tile or porcelain we cut. And this is still the factory DeWALT blade, which is working absolutely stunning. If I was to tell you how many cuts I think we've done with this blade, we're starting to see a bit of wear now, which isn't too bad, but we're not seeing it in the diamond. We must be in the thousands, absolute thousands of cuts. We have ripped down plank after plank, lakes on water features, porcelain tiles, 10mm, 20mm. It has been endless how many cuts we've done with this saw now. So like I said, we're really pleased with the fact that that is one blade for a whole year. If we've got to do one blade a year, that's pretty good going for the amount that we are using this table saw almost weekly, probably getting it out once or twice a week while we are cutting on site. It is producing, like I said, probably thousands of cuts a year, and this is still the standard first blade, first thing we've had on there, and we haven't changed it once yet. So also a really cool feature, obviously being a wet table saw, it's got all the water in the bottom in the sump, but it has come with this pretty decent sturdy side pump. And we don't seem to have had a problem with it yet once. All I've had to do this every time we use it is just wash it out, clean it out through the plug at the bottom, and it's done. And then this water travels all the way through the saw, comes out the front here, and just helps you while you're cutting those tiles, making that cut absolutely amazing, which has been a really cool thing that we haven't even had to worry about. You know, honestly, the pump, change the pump, the pressure, it's all been working bang on. So one of the best features we found, which really helps us just to double check, you know, it's like measure twice, cut once, is this measuring bar across the bottom here. Just really helps us if you're just a bit unsure of your measurement where you are on the saw. I'm looking for 13.5, 13.5. Then all I got to do is check down here. That is my cutting line, where it lines through. And you go back here, what's that measurement there? We've got 15, so we go back 13.5. So we've lined up on there at 13.5. It's just a real nice little added feature that really helps us while we're cutting. Right, so we're now ready for cutting, but what is also key to note that this button here is your stop start button. When he's in, he's not on. When we pull him out, he will start. So it's as a big safety switch, anything goes wrong, you can just quickly whack that in. It's in front of you at all times, so it's dead easy to get to, which is really nice rather than panicking, looking for something to hit to just stop this motor. So we're gonna start cutting now and we'll show you what it's like. Right, so that's the first cut of the day done. Really good, really pleased with it. Like normal, a bit of a pressure cut at the bottom. It's always good to note to take a slightly deeper cut at the start, slightly deeper cut at the bottom. So if it does crack, it will crack on the line you want, but you're not looking for it to crack anyway. And then if you just come up closer here, we will ever so slowly show you that cut. There isn't a mark across there, and that's without us even working this edge or putting any other tool to the side of this to just buffer it out. What has happened there is actually a really, really clean cut without a single mark on, which to me is pretty damn impressive. Let's keep going, we've got plenty of these to get through today. So just a real quick look, we're about 2 hours in, and I know we're on a tight deadline, but I am buzzing already because I've already got all the top cut in place, plus most of this side down here. I'm at 27 cuts in 2 hours. 27 cuts on a wet table saw in 2 hours, for me, is really good going. 4-inch cutter, 9-inch cutter, that's taken me all day just to get this far. But I've still got plenty of hours in the day. See how many I can get cut in. This table saw's already making a huge difference on my build today. So working with this big saw, we know full well it can cut 600 by 900, 20 mil really well. But what we're going to do now, we're going to put this machine to the test and see if we can cut a 10 mil strip the whole length of this 700 and see how we get on. This is a first for me and we'll see how it does. See if it cuts it nice and clean, which I hope it does. As we can see, that's my first ever attempt at that, and that is an absolute perfect 10 mil cut. I could test this again and go down a bit of size, but that is amazing. I've never cut one this thin on here. Not only that, that saves me having to get out my 4-inch grinder trying to be clever. That's such a good cut, dead clean, and I can't believe under all that pressure it hasn't broke. Well pleased with that, absolutely amazing. So one really cool feature on this table saw is on here, you can see if you come around, we've got 22.5 at 45 degrees, which is indicating we can allow this to cut an angle. So if we were looking to cut like a mitre on the edge of our tile all the way down there, and we want to do a nice little mitre corner, we could. And I'll show you how simple it is to set it up. And screw this one on the back. Simply move that over, set that to the 45, and that is it. You are then, your table saw now, it's into a table saw, but you can now cut a mitre on the end of your tile. I think that's really cool. I'm not going to show you that now because I don't need it, but that's an amazing feature to have on here, especially if you're doing like 10 mil tiles and you're boxing around something and you'll get a nice, real nice little neat finish. Really nice little feature it's got. So we are almost there. This is my last cut in what has been a really successful couple of hours, just ripping it all down, cutting it all. Like I said, this is still that same old blade, and we've probably done 50 plus cuts today already. So the last couple of cuts to go, still holding up lovely, every cut straight and true. And we'll show you these last final bits to wrap up what has been an amazing day on this bad boy. Mate, that is going to look something else, isn't it? Yeah, isn't it? Right, so that is it. We are wrapped up for the day. Our baby, this wet tile saw. What a day we've had on it. Time for the clean down.